Your environment is either pushing you forward or holding you back, and most people don't even realize it. You can't just change up your habits, you need to change up your surroundings. So I'm going to show you how you can design your environment to set you up for success. Here's the thing, willpower isn't always enough. Your environment shapes your decisions every single day, so you need to take control of it. Have you ever tried to eat healthy, but your kitchen is full of shit food? Or you're trying to focus, but your notifications keep pinging off on your phone? This is your environment working against you. There's been studies to show that your surroundings can often dictate your behavior more than motivation does. So you will either rise or fall to the level of your environment. So if you're struggling right now, it can be that your environment is not set up for success. First, take a step back and ask yourself, what is causing the distractions around you? It may be your phone, where you're living, your lifestyle choices. For me, myself, I moved out to Marbella because I knew that if I was still living in my hometown, it wasn't going to allow me to grow and to get to the next stage of life that I wanted to. Being in this environment, I'm surrounded by people who are that much more successful than me. And because you are the average of the 5, if you spend your time with 4 millionaires, you will become the 5th. Who around you is draining your energy? It might be friends, it might be work colleagues, it might be family. For myself, from 17 all the way till 21, I was working in construction. And I'd be constantly working with these guys who were going out on the weekends, who were drinking, who were like 30 years older than me, still making the same wage as myself, and it was not the environment that I wanted to be in. And it got to a certain point where I genuinely felt like I was suffocating. I needed to get the fuck out of there. So if you're in the same position as I was, what I did was I quit my job and I ended up doing delivery driving. Now, this was a bit of a step back because I was on less money, but because I wasn't seeing those people, because I was just delivering and I wasn't really seeing anyone, I had the time available to listen to podcasts, audiobooks, and watch YouTube videos when I was on the road having my break and stuff like that. And what it allowed me to do is surround myself by these people who I wanted to actually be like. And I was constantly absorbing all this information which was going to actually help me grow. And then all the time outside of that delivery driving job, I was working my ass off to build that future. I was searching up how to make money online. I ended up getting into day trading and did that for a few years. It didn't work out, but eventually forged the path that I'm on now. And I started my business Genesis, which helps men who were in a similar position to I was at the time, who wanted to level up their fitness, their finances, their mindset, and also their network, because we noticed that network is such a massive thing. And obviously it leads back to the environment. Like having people around you is going to help you excel that much more. Eliminate the distractions. You now know the things that are holding you back. Get rid of the friction, because the longer you let it go on, the less progress you're going to be able to make. You want to be able to fast track your progress, so the sooner you can make those hard decisions, the sooner you can start taking control of your life and making that success. If your phone is a distraction, put it in another room whilst working. If you prep healthy meals, you're not going to be tempted by fast food. Unfollow the toxic social media accounts. If you're flicking through your feed and it's full of losers, people who aren't paying attention to their fitness, their finances, and are just going down this downward trajectory, you do not want to see that on your feed. So you don't always need more discipline. Sometimes you need fewer temptations. I've had clients ask me about discipline, and I pretty much eat the same thing every single day, and I probably could do for the next 30 or 40 years. Now, from an outsider's perspective, they might be thinking, wow, he's really disciplined, but it's just part of my routine. And the thing is, when you have a plan and it's so integrated into your routine, it could be seen as discipline, but really, it doesn't really matter to you because you're just doing the same thing every single day, like brushing your teeth. Any boring, mundane task that you do, whether it's getting in the shower after the gym, whether it's like tying your shoes or brushing your teeth, is so integrated into your routine, and that will be exactly the same with your nutrition, with your training, right? Once it becomes so integrated into your routine, that is the ultimate setup for success. Proactively design an environment that pulls you towards your goals. Set up a dedicated workspace. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. You can set up visual cues like sticky notes or vision boards. For myself, I use a notebook. I have my goals in there. I also have my plans for the day. And because it's in front of me, I'm always looking at it. So it's always going to keep me on track for my goals and pushing forward and keep working. Clean up your space so you have a clear mind. If your life is cluttered and there's shit everywhere, you aren't going to be as effective as you could be. Surround yourself with the right people. So let's not forget, you are the average of the 5. So you've got to ask yourself, are the people around you helping you grow or keeping you in the same place? If you have people around you who you know want the best for you, find mentors, join groups, go to masterminds, get yourself around those people who you actually want to be like and you actually want to hang around with. And then as you gravitate towards those people, the people who are already in your life who aren't actually contributing towards it will eventually fade off. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your environment. Make it easier to win. Build a life around you where success is the default. If you truly want to level up your life and environment, you can join me and my team at Genesis. You can level up your fitness, your finances, your mindset, and your network. The link will be in the bio. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Boom.